Hey guys, so today I'm installing some D-ring hooks onto the back of my flatbed so I can strap down snowmobiles and such, and I figured I would show you guys my process of doing so. So first, this flatbed is just made out of wood. It's got two 4x4s running along the frame of the truck, and then I got four 4x4s running across like that, and then I got 5/4-inch deck board on top of that. So all treated wood. We've got a 2x4 on the very end just to make it look pretty, so it's all nice and flat all along the side here. So I want these D-rings mount through here, and I've got myself some nice long 3/8 bolts that fit, and so I want those to be just barely on the inward side like that, but make sure I'm still hitting the 4x4. These are just barely big enough to spread across the 4x4. So I need to pre-drill the holes and then put the bolts through and put nuts and washers on them. So today I'm gonna be putting one here, and I'm gonna be putting one up front here. My 4x4 does not reach all the way up front. There is a little space under there. And in a future date, I will be adding probably one more here and potentially one more here, depending on what I feel like. But today I'm just got the four of them, so I'm just gonna do the one because I want to be able to haul stuff. So I've got it kind of lined up to about where I want it to be. So I'm just gonna mark roughly the center of the holes. I'm not doing this 100% accurate, but now that I got the holes marked, I'll be taking my drill and lining that up to my center of my dot and just slowly drilling through it all. Drill is in very sound shape. As I'm sure most of you guys can hear, this drill bit is just barely too small, but I need a longer drill bit in reality. But to make this drill bit work, I just gotta loosen it off. I should be able to pull it out a little ways, clamp it down nice and tight. Put a little more pressure on it. You don't want to put on too much pressure, because if you put too much pressure on the drill bit itself will slide back into the truck. So you just barely this drill bit just barely is able to go through there. So now that I'm through, I'm not gonna be able to show this very well, but now that I made it most of the way through, I'm going to first off make sure these fit. I want them to be fairly tight. So it doesn't quite go all the way through. So I'm going to go from the bottom now, because I can't reach from the top anymore. Go from the bottom on the underside and just finish drilling it out. And this should be able to go through now. Just grab your hammer really quick. So I just did the first one there. To see how it will go. And then the biggest thing you want to watch when you're putting these in, as I learned for that first one, is because these are carriage bolts, you got that square end on the up here. I'll make sure those are lined up with this before you pound it in, because otherwise it's going to be all cockeyed and it's a little bit tight, so it'll be a tough fit. But now we'll pound in this one. There we go. They're both pounded in, and they stick through the bottom. About an inch or two. Felt perfect. I had to go buy these specific ones for the store. Oh, sorry about that. Now we'll dig through our nuts, washers and nuts and stuff here, and see what we got. I don't have lock washers or nuts, but I'm gonna throw these bigger washers on. And these lock washers, and then just the regular nuts. That should be okay. I would recommend lock nuts if you guys are going out and buying stuff, because this is going on a vehicle, and you don't want those to rattle off on you or anything like that. So but once you got those going through, let's go washer, and then lock washer. Oh, sorry. Let me thread that nut on. That nut doesn't have to be crazy tight, but they're on there. So I don't know what size this is going to be. Let's figure that out. So they are 3/8, so they're technically going to be imperial, but my metrics are closer than my imperials right now, so I banged this one through. The threads got damaged a bit, which doesn't matter for this application, but it just makes it more difficult. So I'll get this up. I would highly recommend buying some sort of power ratchet, even if it is just air. Now I've got air here, air one, but I like the battery one, so we've got this Milwaukee power ratchet, and it just makes everything go by that much quicker. I would highly recommend it to anyone who's starting to work on their own stuff, because it just makes things go by a lot easier. But it doesn't really matter all that much. You can do this just the same without this tool. You don't want to sink it in too much, so it's starting to go a little bit on the tight side there. But that's about all you want. And you repeat that process for however many you're putting on. So I'm just, like I said, I'm just going to put on the 4. But I'll bring you guys back when I'm done and show you. But there's not much to it other than that. So I've just got the 4 of them. I just bought these at my local Home Depot, but I'm sure there's other places you guys can buy them. Amazon had some for cheap, but I just went down to Home Depot. I needed the carriage bolts anyways, so I just did that as well. So, but yeah, there we go. Now I've got one of these installed, and get a hook point, nice and strong, bigger, and as simple as that. So, yeah, see you guys later.